Hello and welcome to this episode of Healthy and Happy Senior Living. Stories that lead this episode. First, an epigenetic approach to modulating aging and nutrition and exercise. This epigenetic approach can help you, get younger perhaps. 11 traits of people who are genuinely content with their lives. 11 traits of people who are genuinely content with their lives. We'll have a look at these 11 traits and see how you compare. And understanding self-directed aging. Can our thoughts advance our years? Well, we'll talk about that and other important topics in this episode of Healthy and Happy Senior Living. Hello, I am your host, Stephen Carter, and I'm founder of Stress Solutions, LLC, which is now Stress Solutions USA. For more than 4 decades, I have helped people move from stress to success and create happier, healthier lives. As I've moved into my senior years, I'm keen to share information to help everyone stay young and healthy. Who is this show for? Obviously, if you're a senior, this show is for you. It is also for caregivers. If you're a caregiver helping a family member or a loved one, this show is for you. And if you are a professional caregiver, this show is also for you. It is vital that we all stay aware of trends in health as they affect our seniors. From the May 10th edition of Medical Express, headline, An Epigenetic Approach to Modulating Aging with Nutrition and Exercise. An epigenetic approach to modulating aging with nutrition and exercise. Lead paragraph, a new review paper titled, How Can We Modulate Aging Through Nutrition and Physical Exercise? An epigenetic approach has been published in Aging. Epigenetics is the study of changes in organisms caused by modification of gene expression rather than alteration of the genetic code itself. Epigenetics has to do with our genes and how they express within our physical bodies. Continuing with this article, the World Health Organization is predicting that by 2050, 2.1 billion people worldwide will be over 60 years of age, and that's a significant increase from 2019, where we had 1 billion people. In this article, we explore aging and its associated epigenetic changes, as well as how these changes may be delayed or reversed through nutrition, caloric restriction, and sustained physical activity. We do know age-associated epigenetic events are less common in individuals with a healthy lifestyle, including balanced nutrition, caloric restriction, and physical exercise. I'll have this article, as all articles that I share. Those articles will be linked in the show notes or the episode description. You'll find links to all of these articles in the show description if you would like to take a deeper dive and get more information. One very important aspect for optimum health is a sense of happiness and well-being. An article found at ideapod.com, headline, 11 Traits of People Who Are Genuinely Content with Their Lives. Let's have a look at these 11 traits, and you can determine how they stack up in your world. Trait number 1, living in the present. Living in the present is common among people who are truly content with life. Happy people are mindful of each present moment, and, of course, they appreciate it fully. When we dwell in the past, we typically have a bias toward negative memories rather than the positive memories. I suggest changing that script. When you do bring up past memories, make sure you bring up happy memories, memories that you can make big, bold, and bright, and really feel good as you play those movies or still photos in your mind. Trait number 2, see opportunities instead of problems. To paraphrase Shakespeare, nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Do look for opportunities in every situation. For every problem, see if you can find that silver lining. Sometimes we have to hunt a little more diligently than other times, but for many, many situations, there is a silver lining. There are opportunities within our problems. Trait 3, avoid a materialistic focus. People who are content with their lives tend to avoid a materialistic focus. We know possessions, money, etc. don't bring happiness. We need only look at some of the most wealthiest people in the world and the miserable life that too many of those people have experienced. Money is truly not the answer. Contentment comes from within. Number 4, contented people find happiness and optimism in the small things. Oh, that is so true. Happiness really does not have to be big, bold, and grand. It certainly can be. But it is the little things in life that bring us so much joy, so much happiness. Number 5, and I would argue this probably should be number 1, practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Gratitude truly is essential in finding contentment in life. Every day is a gift. All of your possessions are blessings and gifts, unless, of course, you're hoarding. But if you are truly practicing gratitude, that is not likely. Number 6, kindness is a core practice. Kindness is a core practice. That is absolutely true. When we're kind to others, we are blessed as well. And keep in mind, the most important person to be kind to is yourself. Number 7, moving on from challenges. If you hit a bump in the road, well, keep on going. Number 8, they don't compare themselves to others. Comparison with others is a sure road to disappointment. Focus in on your life, not on what you think other people may have. Focus in on your life. You have no idea what other people are truly going through. They may have a beautiful life on the outside and just be as miserable as they can be on the inside. Focus in on what you can control, and you are going to be much happier. Number 9, simplify your life. People who are content tend to have a simpler approach to life, to things. Rather than cluttering their lives with material possessions, they focus on the little things, and of course we've mentioned that, haven't we? They focus on the small things that truly make them happy. Number 10, prioritize self-care and mental health. Prioritize self-care and mental health. Be reminded when you fly in an airplane, the flight attendant tells you to put on your own oxygen mask if that's necessary before helping others. The better you care for yourself, the better you are able to care for those who you love. And finally, number 11, acknowledge the beauty of life. Life is a gift, and it is vital that we acknowledge the beauty of life. And this goes nicely with the importance of gratitude. 11 traits of people who are genuinely content with their lives. From the May 4th issue of Medical Express, Understanding Self-Directed Ageism. Understanding Self-Directed Ageism. Lead paragraph, normal age-related changes in how we think, perceive, and reason may increase the risk of older people viewing themselves through a negative and ageist lens. The article goes on, older people are exposed to ageism such as negative assumptions about their worth, capacity, or level of understanding, as well as jokes about older people. Self-directed ageism can present as self-doubt. As an example, you might tell yourself, I'm too old to learn this new technology, or I'm too old to make new friends. All of that thinking is balderdash. All of that thinking is simply not true. Tips on how to combat this, well, they'll be found in the article. In medical news today, headline, Internet surfing may help protect against dementia among older adults. Internet surfing may help protect against dementia among older adults. Key points. Regular use of the Internet by older people is associated with a significant reduction in the risk of developing dementia, according to a recent study. Second point, the study also found a sweet spot for Internet use of up to 2 hours a day, beyond which the risk of developing dementia is likely to increase. So 2 hours a day good, time spent surfing beyond that 2 hours, well, that's not so good. According to experts, support should be offered to older people to use new online technology and tackle barriers to access. And this goes back to the belief situation that I mentioned in the previous article. If you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Have a bias to believe you can, because you can. Our next article in Medical News today, could stress be a cause of higher Alzheimer's risk in women? Could stress be a cause of higher Alzheimer's risk in women? Key points. Women are twice as likely as men to develop Alzheimer's disease, the most common form of dementia. The greater life expectancy of women is a major factor, but longevity alone cannot account for the huge difference in risk. Hormones, genetics, and lifestyle factors are all possible explanations. Now a study has found that stress leads to a rise in beta amyloid, the protein that forms the plaques found in the brains of people with Alzheimer's in feminine or in female mice. More research is needed to confirm the mechanisms beyond the difference and whether the same happens in people. Whether this is going to generalize to humans, we don't know, but as I mentioned, I've spent more than 40 years helping people deal with stress, and I know stress is a huge factor for the risk of all kinds of problem, medical and psychological conditions. I encourage you to every day do things to keep stress low. Exercise, of course, is an excellent way to help reduce stress. Meditation, and if you're not into meditation, simply get out and take a walk. Spend time in nature. Spend time in green spaces. Focus on what you're thankful for. All of these can make a huge difference in reducing your stress. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to find links to all of these articles in the show description. If you're not yet following Healthy and Happy Senior Living where you get your podcasts, this is a perfect time to do that. When you follow, you will never miss an episode. For more podcast goodness focused on stress reduction, visit us at stressreliefradio.com, stressreliefradio.com. If you would like to be in touch to comment on any of these stories or for any reason, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com, cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit together, your host here, Stephen Carter, wishing for you and your loved ones blessings in abundance.